But you're never gonna make it. Are you just gonna take that? You can take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Or will you fucking fight back?
They're better than you face it. Thinking that they're giving them your map like a stray kid. No, they don't give a damn, you got what I'm saying? I'm not fucking playing. I'll give it to you straight, man. There's too many others and you're not that great, man. Stop what you're saying, stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you're just faking. I don't wanna hear it anymore. I don't wanna hear it anymore. All these fucking thoughts, they are not what I need anymore. I'm about to shut the motherfucking door on all you poor ass niggas with your heads in the clouds. Talking out loud so proud. You better shut your goddamn mouth before I do one speak out. It's about to head south.
You're never gonna make it. There's no way that you make it. Maybe you could fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Are you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Fight back.
Take the loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. No, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause that's the then. And crypto, hits go, that we spend. Everything that you see, something I invent. And it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots from this off. Forget it, I'll take a fat loss to learn all this in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, sweating, I never back up. I don't miss anything, I'm regretting, I'm always learning. You call me academic, I'm always working. Never been apathetic, that energy is like a poison, needs some antiseptic.
of the past, I close my eyes and embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and a stack, restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose, what do I grab? Slippery surface, I want to tap. Sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it, and I know sadness, the anxious, the panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness. Let's go. Yo, like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it. Fuse like a magnet, lose won't have it till I'm boned in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. I send the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm who come back better than last. It's new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I'm built to last. You move slow and I move fast. That's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take it step to day. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Rising Esports YouTube channel. This side, this is NEKROZ casting this World League 0.8 with you guys. Almost we have got our 16 teams in the lobby and 64 players have already joined yet now, and we are just counting some more minutes to get inside of the match and let the action begin. Well, I guess there are going to be 2 matches right in today's game, so I guess it's gonna be a Wrangle and a Miramar map, and we are really looking forward to the which teams are going to take off that winner chicken in the very first match, and which team is going to come on the top above all the other 15 teams. So let's before we begin this battle, let's just hit that like and subscribe button to the channel. If you're new, make sure to hit that bell icon for further notifications from this YouTube channel. And if you like my casting, then you can follow me on my Instagram as well as subscribe on my YouTube channel. The links might be provided in the description. So let's just wait for some more minutes, and I guess they're gonna wait for team number 8 to join up. So we'll be definitely waiting for that, and make sure to drop your favorite team names in the chat, guys. It's gonna be really important for the teams you support. We get to say UP50 is there, team 7. Then it's gonna be PN Crew, UmiX, FIX. Well, I am not aware of every team names, so I'll be going with the team numbers. It's gonna be, I guess it's kind of a very specific one if you just get to see that. So in the other, I guess almost the people are joining. Just 2 more players to go. It's almost starting time has arrived. We're going to say Blink, Yumi, Nikki and Kanath playing from team UP50, Blitz, Mana Hill, Mystic, Frost playing from team number 6. In PN Crew, we get to say Indu Dawn, MS, Miss Zero, Magarni, Nami from their team. And there you go. It was the 2 players, those who were actually waiting. We were actually waiting for, and they have arrived, and we are gonna start this match right away. So let's move on. Let's move to the spawn island, and let's just count for some more seconds to begin and arrive in the flight path. And let's see in which direction the flight path is gonna take us. And let's just get your prediction in the chat, guys. What do you think, in which probable places it's going to start up? So these are the fights. You can get to see that 40 more seconds to go and land up in that spawn island. Well, definitely we're gonna wait 30 more seconds. So we get to say all the teams have already joined up. Missed Sid Whitey. Well, I guess he just entered out of nowhere. It was not expected, and last minute he just got inside. And the other players are still there. Zeus, well, Team Zeus have already come into action. Belly, Suni and Boba and Pixie coming into the action. So there you go. The flight has already started, and we are going forward from the we might just say that from the Milta power areas. It's just going diagonally towards the 70 places or the 70 compounds. Well, if you just get to see, it's completely a northeastern side flight path, not favoring the complete west at all. It's not actually giving any kind of advantage to the western side teams, those who are actually taking away that drop side, but the main focus is completely on the eastern side, and teams probably taking in the central part of the map and the eastern side will be getting a much more favorable conditions to have their drops in a really proper manner, while the other teams going in the east or western side have to take away those vehicles, which is very much in a high priority for themselves, because they have to take those vehicles and they have to give their rotation towards their drop, and after that they have to loot their belongings, and then they have to again give another rotation towards the circle which is going to be spotted. But in my prediction, the circle might turn up in the Gatka area as well. We have seen a lot of times while the flight path stays in the right hand side, or we might just say the eastern side, there's a maximum of 80 to 70% probability that the zone always arrives in that western side area. So we are going to look after that thing in a very definite way. Meanwhile, we get to see UP50 Nikki will be in the compounds looting her belongings and loot she's supposed to take away. He's like, I guess UP50 having good split indeed, but the Milta areas will be quite in a clusters place, while we get to see Team 6 into the action areas. Fights have to be taken. Mana, she's having a little bit of shotgun, and I don't think she's having any other kind of loots indeed. But the main priorities which are actually coming, that is AR-51, the team from Bangladesh. Is it so? let's just move it out. Meanwhile, Meth is already getting some kind of fights with Team INF. As early as I said, the fights are not gonna held their back right now. Meanwhile, Team Seal versus PNQ. The same drops in the 7 areas from the main lineup from the boys team as well as the girls team. Both the teams have the same drop locations for themselves right away. But the main thing which is actually bothering, that is the nade coming up. And there you go, Mogadi gets that first frag which was actually needed for Team PNQ to come back into the action. I guess there's gonna be some kind of glitches which is actually bothering themselves up. But in the other hand, we get that baby IG baby comes as a savior to give that revival which is very much needed, as we get to see that Team PNQ are not gonna back off at least from this position. Into Dawn will be in the front lines, needs are getting picked up, and probably PNQ want to charge in a very proper way. Nami is there, Zero will be in the front lines, in the other areas, and Magurni will be coming in with the front line frags. Dawn, I guess he's going for those frags. Is it? Yes, Magani will be going with that complete rush into taking those TPP, confirming those kill points for herself. Magani is on the verge. Can he make it to that clutch point? But the jump shots will be very much needed. Two of the players just getting one down. Another Magani gets another down. Is it going to turn out to be another one? He gets another one spotted. But a pistol one shot is enough to finish that one even also. But they're going to take away TPP. Another shot comes. Nami gets a seal. IG baby down. And Seal Esports are not in a good proper manner, if you get to say. But there you go, Into Dawn has been picked up. Magani has to come up with the frontline areas to finish off the things which is actually needed, and she gets that 1v3 easily done. Team PNQ capitalizes the 7 area in their favor, and they still manages with a 4 player standing, and Team Seal takes an early exit in this match of War League 0.8. The first match, the Erangel takes an early exit. Well, it's gonna be a really tough contest for themselves to come back into this fight in the later stages, on the later matches, because the start is always a crucial one. If you get a good start, you can actually assume that you have got enough points for yourself, and you can go for the rush in, at least in a single map where you can show your aggressive stance. You can go for aggressive pushes and rushes in. But now an early elimination can get you a little setback in your mind, if you are even saying that it's not about that, but the players might just get a little bit of setback after getting an early elimination. They are the first team probably getting out of this game in the 18th position, while the other teams are actually giving their quite a decent rotation. We move on to Team 21 into the action areas. Team 11 not that far away. Team number 9 also giving their decent rotation towards that area. Meanwhile, we move on to Team INF. Well, I guess they have got some of those knockouts, but they still manages to just move out, and they have got those revivals. And I guess Team number 9 is going to have those split compounds for their need of loots and belongings which they're actually required. And what we have already got to see the zone, well, completely not, I must not say it's completely favoring the western side, but it's quite in a center west, like it's also favoring the western side as well as the central places indeed. But in my opinion, the zone might turn out to be in that ruins area, or it might just go in a hard shift towards the Rozhok or Georgopol. These are the two places which the zone might turn out in my prediction. But if it goes wrong, well, I will be quite surprised. Well, we get to see the other areas. Team Rozhok, like in the Rozhok places, Team 22 have taken their drop, and initially Rozhok is a beautiful place. Like, you can have a decent loot, you can have those vehicles out here for yourselves, you can give the proper rotation whenever you need, and whatever ways you actually need right now. You can get your teammates, and you've got plenty of vehicles out in the Rozhok area. But in the meanwhile, team number 14, well, Team Z3us are not that far away. Well, in that neighboring compound, they might have some kind of sounds. Yes, it is. The rotation sounds have already arrived in the ears of Team Z3us. I am afraid that it might turn out to be a bad disaster for Team W4 if they're not being able to spot the Team Seal in the very first instance. But I guess it has been spotted. ANC will be coming on the top, giving a really good amount of damage towards Team Z3us out there. There are two people exactly in front of them, while the 3 players can just go for the rush. And meanwhile, Mystic gets AR-51 PS Ishika down there, and the fights needs to be done in a very proper way. While in IC, well, NEC or INC, or we might just say INC, it's gonna be, I guess it's gonna be INC. Well, she's just waiting in this particular places while she's scouting the other angles, off angles, from where she might just don't want to take any kind of knockouts. Meanwhile, in the Melta areas, the fight have already initiated. Some kind of finish like kills have been registered. Team 6 or sick, we might just say SYSK sick. So this squad is actually waiting. Team 21, well, in the front line there is going to be team AR51. They have got some like early knockouts, what we have seen in the kill feed, but it's bothering that team 7 have lost one of their teammate. That is going to be Frost out there. Well, Frost's exit can cost themselves a little bit of setback, but in the other ways the fights are still going on. Meanwhile, team Sisk is not in a great mood. Zeus Belly gets war for Maki down there. Pixie has already been picked up. Some Russians are already coming in. A lot of same, or you can get to say 2 to 3 fights are taking place exactly at the same point, but we get to see INC coming to the back. Angles have been created, but the sprays are actually on point, and there you go. INC's spray just stays on point. Meanwhile, Mossy is already everybody is having CY in the last. Mew, Mo, and Ain. Well, ANC has got quite a good spray out there for themselves. Mossy has got that revival, and I guess Musy will be the one having the utilities, or you might just say the close range beast guns. He's got a Thompson, and I guess it's going to be an M416. Well, it's quite enough. He's going to finish off the things, but gets that retaliation trade, which was not supposed to come at this moment. At least Suni being the last survivor from Team Zeus, it's going to be tough for her to deal that amount of pressure for herself in such a loneliness position, while Team Sis are on the verge. They are giving quite a certain damage to Team VNX. Meanwhile, ANC exactly in that bottom places. She's just waiting for the correct moment, while the other nades, the other frags just goes on the point, and INC has got that hit for the Molotov, but the nade actually comes as a savior, and Team Zeus takes an early exit in the 17th position, while the other fights are still engaging in the Melta Power and the Melta City. AR51 Nishika will be getting Berlin down there, while Gamgi probably rushing towards that direction. She's in a very low HP. She will be needing to give that revival to Berlin as fast as possible, basically barely surviving in a 2 or 3 HP. We might just say Gambi has got a good amount of fallback, while Palmi has been eliminated from this match. So Finbisoft creating some smokes for her teammates, just for some initial cover outs and for initial trades that she has spotted. Some of the players of Team 11 just want to make sure that they doesn't get knocked out. Meanwhile, Gamgi barely surviving in a very low HP, but got at least that rich cover, which was actually in a very much need she was. Well, you get to see you have got a coupe with yourself, or you might just say that it's a 2-seater vehicle. You can just take one of your teammates for the rotation if you want to even go for a fallback, but I don't think it's going to be bothering themselves a lot more. Meanwhile, at the other end, the AR51, they have lost one down. Even also, the fight is an even state. You've got a 3v3 situation, and Gangi has been spotted. Honeybee will be getting spotted by Manahel and will be completely finished off without any kind of mistakes. And AR51, they're actually struggling in this moment of the match because they are being surrounded by 2 of the places. They have got Team INF coming right in front of them, and they have got Team 7 coming in the back. Oh, just Team number 8 and Team number 20. They're surrounded by 2 of the teams from both the ends, and they're actually in a sandwich position. One proper nade can bring up the end of Team AR51 in a really certain way. But the main thing is that the zone has got its shift right now. Team number 10 and team number, it's gonna be 8, they have to give their rotation while they're in the edges. They might have that time limit to get inside of the zone, but the main thing is that the teams have already taken place. Moving on to Team UP50. Well, we have seen them in the starting. Now UP50 has got the Pochinki barn houses, and they are going to just hold this places probably in the later stages, so that they don't have to just think of the rotations they have to take. They can have a centralized way, but I guess the zone is gonna turn out towards the Jojo, or it might turn up in the Water City areas as well. Moving on to Party Girls, we get to see Winter, Hey Siri, Violet and Vanilla into the action areas, while they have the Georgia Pull Squad House in their favor. They have got quite decent loot, 8 takes with the Mosin, and what you need, you have got a long range beast, you have got M4, you have got like a really decent loot which many of the players even haven't got yet, so it's better you utilize it in a very proper manner. In the other hand, it's team number 16 that is holding that in northern Georgia city. Well, it's a really pleasure to watch that they are actually holding in a certain place. They're taking the time to just figure out where the zone is gonna come up, and after that they can give the rotation in a very peaceful way. In the other hand, we get team Myth coming to action, have got 1 kill points for their team. They're still going for the rotation towards the center areas, which is a quite decent, you can say. Fifi has got some water skills, and he just swim out from, like, he just cross with swimming, and he has got the squatters in his favor, and meanwhile the water city stays inside the central part of the circle. So there is a huge probability that the zone might just come up in that water city areas, and if it does, I guess team Myth will be one of the best, you can just say the team who is having the main advantage, who can utilize this water city zone in a very proper way. But they have to be really fast in movements, and they have to be quite efficient as well. Myth Fifi stays in that squad house, better decision to stay on. W4 still 4 man surviving, and 4 kill have been registered by themselves. So it was a really tough fight, but indeed they have got some pretty decent sounds. They have to reunite with their teammates, as well as look at the zone. Well, the zone has arrived. It's gonna be in that bridge side areas we can expect right now. W4 remaining in that particular area. PN crew also stays there. Sorry for the inconvenience, but we get to say into other fights that Team Sisk gets all the 3 kill points they have got, but they have got a buggy indeed to make the fights in quite a proper way, while team number 20 is just taking those shots right now, and probably it's gonna be the best decision to make a backward move, but a zigzag movement which will be very much needed, because if we get to say that Trit has got a really low HP, so I might just it would have been a really disaster if she got down. But UP50 Nikki in the other hand engaging with certain fights, and the fights is with Team Fixers. Zandra getting UP50 Nikki with a trade, while Joyce have already been picked up by Team UP50 players. The smokes will be getting created. M762 he's having right in with himself. The Laura, Zandra, Taffy, the 3 players is there. Joyce will be getting that revival very soon. In the other hand, we move on to Team UP50, while looking forward to Nikki. Nikki has already got that revival. You can see that the healings which will be coming, but there you go. Kainat comes up with a brilliant frag, and that actually makes that connection which was needed. Well, the UP50 Supremacy stays on the top. Another nade, another opening. 2 of the knocks have been registered by Kainat, and this is gonna be the moment. 2 vehicle explosions, 2 kill points initiated. Tally also gets knocked out. UP50 on their best moment right now. They're not gonna stop right there. Zandra being the signal survivor, it's gonna be tough for herself to make these things happen in an easier way, but she's going for those rotations. She's going for the rotation, changing of those places, changing of those angles. 3 and 4 players are just rushing. Zandra standing a little bit of chance. She made a brilliant fallback, but cannot, it's such a position you cannot exit. But UP50 with such a fast openings, they were actually in a need. They have got those 2 to 3 opening frags. They've got 1 down with 1 nade, their second down with another nade. They confirm those of kills with a vehicle explosion, and as well as gets another collateral damage, seeking out another player. But Zandra remains the single one surviving from that team. But UP50, what a brilliant fight it came up for themselves, but the other stuffs we were actually looking forward, it's still into that fighting actions. We move on to team AR51. They're still in the Melta power area, securing 2 kill points. They're gonna move inside of the zone, and these rotations are still a lot of far away. We can just get to see that. In the other upper hands, we get team number 19 in the Giorgio Pull Hill. We can say the Giorgio Hill is quite a height, and you can actually get those advantages of good height, and you can just, you just capitalize those kills. Those are below your line of fire, you can just in your range, you can get those skill points in an easily way. And the main thing is that the zone is actually giving a shift towards Giorgio area, and probably Team 19 is thinking that it's better to hold in the container areas rather than just on the hilltop. But in my opinion, if you stay on the hilltop, you might never know the zone in which direction it's going to take that hard shift. But if they're thinking of the give rotation, yep, they're going for the northern city, we can actually get to say. But in the other hand, we move on to Team SYS. Okay, it's gonna be Team SYS is gonna be like Team 21. They're giving that rotation, 2 of the players remaining. Already there are 2 casualties from their side, and it's better, I guess, to just move out with your rotation and moving towards the edges. It's quite a good decision. In the other ways, we get to say that PN crew having this 4 kill points, but have got 1 casualty being in that rotation places. I guess they spotted a Sid out there and might just get them like this. If the spray was on point, a certain damage would have been registered, but he just moves out without any kind of damages, and he still manages to take up and said he's just waiting. I think he's got some kind of info about the UP50 being in the left hand side compound, and he's a bit confused for where to go and where to not. While I guess said is on the move. And in the other hands, we get that team number 19 taking into some engagements in the northern city, have been dealing a good amount of shots, and I guess this position has been compromised. In the other hands, we get to see team 16 in that northern side area. Well, they have got their drop in the northern city. They're still holding it in a very proper way. I don't think there is any kind of casualty coming onto that side, so it's better you just stay into this direction. As well as team W4 4-man standing without any kind of casualties. 4 kill points have been registered, but Ruby gets INF Empress down there. And the main fights which are to be done, team EST, they are quite ready. They are giving a slam to team INF without thinking of a twice scenario. SYS Jenny Rose will be getting those knockouts, and the main thing which was needed, that Ruby needed to get 1 opening at least for his team to get into the safer positions, and the zone has already came up. And look at the hard shift completely in the northwestern side, not favoring much of the teams, but there's still, the rotation have to be coming up in the very proper way. Meanwhile, team UP50 will be taking out their vehicles for their rotation, because it's going to be a really long rotation, so they might have to go a real bit of fast one, or else they're gonna have some rotational clashes. Or you might just say I guess team UP50 is taking a way long rotation than we can actually expect. Meanwhile, team GRL having those northern side rotation, having this from the shooting A ranges. It's quite a good decision. When you have got the northern side priority, you can go for this northern side rotation. It's gonna help you definitely. In the other hands, team EST having those backhands, but I am afraid that team GRL NEKROZ might just spot team number 19 and might just end them up in the open. But the main thing is that they have to spot themselves out at first. So in the other hand, Mr. Whitey will be getting team PN crew Indu Dawn out there, and Indu Dawn will be exactly knocked and will be confirmed into that places. So barely surviving into this fighting area. Zero and Magurni, I don't think they're gonna fall back or come back towards their teammate to save him. Is it so? It's gonna be no, it's not. Indudon will be confirmed. Probably Indudon is not giving that info. There's a single player surviving right now, but in that meantime, Indudon might just get confirmed as well. So there's no choice for Team PN crew rather than just to hold the compound or give that rotation. In the other hand, Team UP50 might just face off team number 8. Those were actually waiting for a team at least to come and arrive from those bridge areas to get them down without any kind of second thought. But there you go, team UP50, they were actually not aware what was going to happen, but definitely they have got those rotation tried properly. Nikki gets some pretty good shots, but having those buggy, it's gonna be impossible to catch them up at this speed, at least in this rotation. Well, you have missed it and you have to pay the price right now. Well, I guess team UP50 is not gonna back off. They might be just determined to get those skill points in their favor as well. But the clever-minded stuff is that there's 14 teams alive, 43 players are still good to go in this match, and they have to create those positioning points. If they might just turn out this skill points, even also it will it will not work that much in the other ways, Team INF just stays into the game areas, barely in a very low HP from the back ends. The shots are still going on, and it's gonna be SYS, Jenny, Rosie, LT. So these are the players we can actually get to say are very long range fights. They're just trying to bait these guys, but if they get baited, so it's gonna be, you know, a really bit of trouble for Team SYS to come back into the game. Meanwhile, Team AR51, well, where are they right now? I guess they have initiated some kind of fight. EST Tilly has been picked up, while Team Mist, while we get to see Team Myth into the action areas. Ruby will be getting a fallback. Smokes have been created to give that revival on the top priority, while the other players are still trying to go down and take those rich advantage to get those openings. But the main fight which has actually started is between these two teams. We get to see that Team Myth versus Team EST is still on, and the nade showering is not a joke. Myth Young, being that survivor, gets one down. Fifi gets one down, but those retaliation coming from a very long range. That is none other than Team GRL into the backyards. Will be getting a certain amount of shots, and probably Myth. Well, you cannot survive at this point of time. He's just getting shots from the back ends, as well as you get the shots from the first end. So it's really tough, but there you go. Ying gets confirmed, and with the 2 finishes, like 2 kill points, Team Myth just survives into this fight. 14 teams remaining, 38 players, but well, wait, what? The zone comes up in the container areas without a single question. It has been a disaster for the teams, those who have arrived in that places. Well, it's really a bad disaster. You know, the zone came up in the northern city, then suddenly it changed toward the southern. So it's gonna be really tough, you know, because right now it's Team 20 versus they're not that much backyards. They have crossed out that river, and now they're inside those container places, while Team PNQ, the 2 players, are still remaining that hold up. Team INF looking quite confident. 14 teams, 39 players still alive. The zone comes in such a impressive way, which we might just never expect to happen. And in the other places, we get to see Team UP50, 4 players already standing. And good to see you guys come back. In the fighting areas, UP50 Kainat exactly in the spin point areas. Blink has got a really bit of low HP, while I don't think she's one to just stay under the water for a very long time, because her position is already compromised, and probably it's gonna be the other none other than Team Mist said. It's gonna be the push. Exactly came up. Said has got a brilliant advantage. He can go for those 5 kill points easily, but he just left that position. He's just giving those sprints whenever it's possible, and there you go. W4IC gets GRL Nix down there. So in the other hand, we get to see Team Mist giving that rotational. Center places looks quite a crowded area. Team INF into that fighting pits. We can get this single taps from the mini for like M16A4 from Team INF Berlin out there. The shots are being registered, as well as the fights are still on, and the squad house fights. Well, it's quite interesting to get to see that Team W4 are not yet all stopping. While I guess it's gonna be the end. It might just turn out to be the end of Team this team, but the main thing is that W4 AMC is still alive and with the last hope of saving his teammates, but everyone, but not a single one could make it. But the main thing is that the fight's coming up. Mist comes up, and that Mist set comes in the 1v1 situation, gets him wiped out easily, having those 3 kill points for himself. He gets that rush in, wipes out themselves. Team UP50 capitalizing this kill point for themselves. Total of 5 kill points have been registered by Team UP50 in this very first match of World League 0.8, and probably I guess she's going to be the top fragger for this match. It might turn up, but let's just see. We get to see UP50 Kainat giving that port rotation. Zone comes in the container parts, which was quite unexpected. We all expected, like, at least I myself expected it would have turned out to be in Northern City, but never mind, it turned out to be in the containers. But okay, let's see. The fights are still to begin. Berlin stays alive at that places, and the shots are being registered as well. Being in the parts, the fights are still not over. Party Girls remaining with 4 teammates, you might just say, but the main thing is that 4 teammates is gonna help you in the last zone. But what about the other fights? We are gonna expect 10 teams, 25 players still alive. Team Party Girls giving that rotation. The zone has got a quite small areas and 10 teams are still alive and good to go even also. Meanwhile, Team INF wipes out another squad and we get to say Mars Exporgum, we get to say the rotation and Party Girls have been spotted. PRG will be giving those rotations exactly on the pinpoint areas while the fight is still on. Party Winter being the last person giving those areas covers to Vala, and I don't think they just want to go down at least in this kind of positions. Max S PRG will be just trying to get those knockouts. Knockouts is very much needed for team number 8 right in this moment. Because of that, if they get one, they're going to definitely push into the container area, so it's better you get another one. So we're going to say that Team AR51 BS Ishika into the fighting areas. Team AR51 stays inside the fighting places while the other fights are still going on. Party Girls have secured a total of 7 kill points for now. They were actually down to 3, but I guess they've got another 4 people down out there. And is it so? Well, Team Myth giving those rotations from the other places. The shots are being registered and we get to see that well, Mars XPRG, they're quite okay, so we get to say Max XPRG just staying onto the lines, holding his back out. So Team INF into the top 9 category. Well, it's gonna be difficult because it's almost 20 players alive, 9 teams remaining in the end circle, and the zone is going to get shifted and shifted. But this zone actually reminds me of PMCO 2019 where one of the Indian teams, the fan favorite teams of Team Soul, took away that winner chicken dinner, and that was a really interesting moment for myself to bear it out. But the main thing is that it's more excited than to cast this ones, and Team ESC, I guess, gets wiped out from this match, and the other fights and the other shots, random shots, are being taken by themselves as well. So the main fight is still seems to be like the smokes are getting created. The path is exactly in the container areas, and the one those who are actually surviving in the front line, it's gonna be none other than our players. We have got Team 16, Team INF without 3 players still surviving while the shots are being registered, and right now that is Team Max, matches Team number 8 just holding Team INF, getting back-to-back setbacks. Gamgi is still surviving with Team INF. It's gonna be, I guess, in Berlin. In Fen, it's gonna be Berlin and Gamgi. Okay, Berlin and Gamgi, 2 players surviving from team number 20. Well, is the last zone down to top 16. Party Girls remains in the zone. Team UP50, they were looking quite good while having 5 kill points for themselves. It's going to be really tough for the other teams to back themselves up, and there you go, the needs are being registered, the smokes are getting into the places. The warehouse slammers will be in a very greater priority for Team UP50 to watch out for, as the smokes and the needs are not on the point. Is it so? I guess it is. Team 16, let's move on to the POV. Team INF, are they aware that the team is coming from the back end? I don't think so. Well, I'm afraid that Team INF might just get eliminated, while in the other hands, whoa! Team INF wipes out almost Team UP50. The needs are on the point. They have got 1 down at least, but another need just in the pinpoint areas might just give a good amount of damage and gives a little lot more towards Blink. Another need, another opening. It might turn up. Another need comes at the pinpoint, gets another opening. Team INF not stopping, at least in this position. They're gonna go for the direct rushing, and the shots have been registered. Another knock has been created. At the last player surviving from Team INF, it's gonna be Berlin. Gets 2 of the knocks. Gets 3 of the knocks. It's gonna be a 1-win situation coming up for Berlin. It's on the front line areas, and it's gonna be M4 versus Akim. It's gonna be Kainat versus Berlin. Who is going to take away that 1v1 situation and save his team from getting eliminated and being that one survivor? Kainat versus the Berlin. Berlin in the low HP. Kainat gets the first shot, but Kainat gets on the top, and Team UP50 survives in the game with almost in the 4th position and giving those revivals on the top priority. Almost they have got 1 minute to enter the zone while 4 teams are still remaining inside the circle areas. We get to see INF Milk Tea inside the fighting areas, or we might just say inside those containers, and in the front line we get AR51. The squad of 2 are still remaining in the fighting pits. Party Girls Vanilla will be getting on one of the people down out there, but with that, is that end of INF? It's not. Party Girls stays alive, and they are in a quite good mood to just start off these parties right now. Vanilla will be there, and Team Party Girls have already secured 11 kill points for themselves right now, and team UP50 are not in the backyards. They have got 3 man. Well, Nikki has been confirmed out by the play zone probably, or I guess she couldn't make it to that far. 7 kill points. Team UP50 not going to lose up this hope. They are in the top 3 right now, and I guess definitely it's gonna be a tough contest between Party Girls as well as team UP50 to make the difference in the points table and to just top up in that first very match. While the main contenders contenders of the winner chicken, it looks like it's gonna be Party Girls. Well, Party Girls, looking forward to them. They are also 2-man squad, 2v3. It's gonna be a really tough contest to come out for, but the main thing is that they're all hiding beside or inside the container areas to keep themselves safe from getting knocked out or getting eliminated. But the main thing is that you have to get inside of the zone no matter what. The team UP50 has got that much hold, at least inside the zone. Blink having those 2 kill points for himself, 7 kill points already registered. The players are yet trying to spot out the enemies, or else the smokes have to be created to get inside of that particular the warehouse looks out of the zone, or it might just turn up. Let's go for a drone view, guys, and let's see the party positions. Party Girls stays right in front of that position as well. UP50 remains in exactly 1 you might just say 3v2 situation turning out, and Hey Siri goes with the right inside flank. Well, it might just give a good amount of effective stuffs to the world in the mine in the other days. But the main thing is that we get to say Hey Siri will be cooking those nades, creating smoke path just to enter the zone and to learn every possible thing possible. And you get to say Hey Siri remaining in the front line. He smokes the paths, everything is ready. Team UP50 are ready. We get to see AR-51. 2 of the players surviving. Smokes have been created. They need to get inside the zone, at least not to give the heal battle is a better choice, AR-51, Ishika as well as a Cherry Bomb. 2 of the players surviving. Zone is gonna close and smoke path has been created. Cherry Bomb, we get to say she's on the front line just dealing those kill points as much as possible. She just enters the zone, creates another smoke just for her safety, and probably they're just surviving some random nades, and the random shots are being taken by by the players, as well as we get to see team AR-51 closing into the fighting pace. 3 kill points have been registered. Party Girls are now 1 down again, and remaining that is gonna be none other than Vanilla. Well, the Molotov has been hit up by himself, and some kind of main fights are going, but Vanilla barely surviving in a very low HP. The Molotov did not connect it well enough, but the healings have to be done in a very top priority. While we get to see the Molotov hits up in the party areas, and team UP50 not gonna stop in this party areas. 9 kill points have been registered. AR-50 or AR-51, I guess. Yes, AR-51 take on team UP50. It's gonna be a really interesting fight coming up. Kenneth comes up with the right side flank. Might be just getting 1 done, but no, he gets that retaliated shot. And now down to 2v2 scenarios. Team UP50 Blink, Yumiko versus team AR Ishika and Cherry Bomb. 2 of the players. 2v2 situation turning up. Need might just pen up right in this particular fight. Ishika cooking that need. It might just turn up in the really decent way. You can get to say UP50 Blink staying, healing himself up while you have got 2 more first aids to come up. A proper need. Ishika, can you make it to that first opening, which is actually required from team AR-51? But low, I guess it's gonna be dealing a good amount of damage, but no, indeed, in the last moment she just jumped out of that position and saved herself from getting knocked out. And at this stage, any of the knockouts is going to cost you a 1v2 scenario, which you won't actually like at all to come up. And in the other directions, you just see that team UP50 are still holding their backs, not to rush in, not to do any kind of miscalculative moves. Well, you might just say it's quite a good decision, but the main thing is that the shots are being taken. Ishika just stays in a really proper way. She's got an AKM, she's got a UMP, and probably I don't think she's got quite a good amount of ammunition in the AKM. You might just say we are quite afraid, but the smokes and the main things are just getting TPP angles, and the need is being cooked up. Really decent need, but I'm afraid it's gonna be a smoke. Well, it's not. Well, Blink is he aware of that position. There is one player standing right in front of me, and I have to take her down. While Yumi trying to give some kind of upper side advantage rotations. Well, it's the 8th zone. Damages have been dealt. Ishika barely not in a good state to move out this fight in this particular places. UP50 survives in this fight, and it's 2v2 fight. It's actually taking a bit of long time. If you get to say, I guess it's gonna turn out to be in the death zone. But Ishika still trying his level best. Her level best basically. She's just trying, and let's see what the final result comes up, because Cherry Bomb and Ishika, two of the players from Team 11 surviving Team UP50, have also got two of their players right up front from themselves, with the one container in the between of these two players. One opening will get the fight towards a final decision, but the one opening which we are actually seeking for, it's taking a really long time. Well, the dead zone is arriving in a 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. First opening, Yumi is down. Blink is gone in a very search position. Two of the players just gonna go for the Russian. Might just get one knock. She gets one knock. Can it be another knock? No, it's not. Oh! Team UP50 takes away that winner chicken dinner, coming out with her almost around, you can say, 11 kill points. Whoa! UP50 Nikki comes up with that brilliant 1v2 to Team AR51, while Ishika and Cherry Bomb got the first frag out, got the first opening out from, that is Kainat, she was picked up at the front line areas by Team AR51, but in the end, Team UP50 takes away that winner chicken, and all the credits goes to, I guess it's Blink. Well, I guess it's Blink, not Nikki. Sorry for that, but let's go, and these are the results you can see up in this match 1 of World League 0.8 girls. So really what a game it turned out to be for all the teams. They played a really like, it was a top class performance from all the teams, you can get to say. And the 18 teams, those who have joined, they're competing among themselves to get the #1 spot, but Team UP50 takes a good lead in this league, you can get to say. They have got a really decent start, at least for now, and I must say that Team UP50 might be seeking up for another good positioning in the next match. So till then, we're gonna take a really short break. Don't stay away, just a 5 minutes break. So stay tuned on the channel, make sure to like the stream and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Make sure to tap that bell icon and follow me if you like my casting. The links are provided in the description. So till then, let's take a short break. We will be right back.
That's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same, 'cause that's what it takes. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no control in me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. 'Cause I know you got me fucked up, let me show you what's up. 'Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. ever do. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty. Oh God, adrenaline wasted. So mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll put it on your face just to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you gon' wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. So enigmatic and charismatic, gotta live static, gotta get at it, never pragmatic, cause we live tragic. I can't live average, to be alive's magic. Turn it up in the back cause I'm grabbing everything I want, get in my way and I'm stabbing. I'll be moving crowds till I'm 6 feet napping. They need another fix, hooked on like an addict. I got my eyes on the prize and it's changing lives. I wanna live till I die, make a difference right. I wanna give those in need a reason to fight. I wanna live every day like it's my last night. I wanna change how we play the game. Rearrange all the pieces till they say my name. Push an agenda against doing what they say. I wanna stand up and start a revolution. I wanna 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 start a revolution. I'm on top now while we kissing babies. Call me out president, boss tool, hate me. I'ma trust my gut, you don't faze me. I'ma give my blood, don't save me. Damn it's never enough, still chasing every single dream that I've had since I was 18. I wanna start a revolution. 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 You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro, don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions, they blocking your vision. But no, you can't listen, that shit is all fiction. Cause you hold the power as long as you're dreaming. There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Are you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Will you fucking fight back? Fucking fight back. Yeah. You ain't gonna make it, you ain't never ever gonna break it. You can never beat him in the
they're better than you face it. Thinking that they give a damn, you're not thinking straight, kid. No, they don't give a damn, you got what I'm saying? I'm not fucking playing, I'll give it to you straight, man. There's too many others and you're not that great, man. Stop what you're saying, stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you just faking. Nah, I don't wanna hear it anymore, I don't wanna hear it anymore. All these fucking thoughts, they are not what I need anymore. I'm about to shut the motherfucking door on all you poor ass haters with your heads in the clouds, talking out loud so proud. You better shut your goddamn mouth before I do more speak out. It's about to head south.
Never gonna make it. There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Aren't you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Aren't you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Fucking fight back.
Fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running shit right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains. I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things. Gonna make a fucking name, I just wanna be famous. But I don't want that cheap fame, no I'm not that vain. I just wanna be greatness. Going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent. And it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots. If I miss all, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. Bad energy is like a poison, needs some antiseptic.
Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headache stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose, what do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's
So what is up guys, this is NEKROZ this side with the last match of today's World League 0.8. After an interesting wrangle we have got so far, we are definitely looking forward to what is actually waiting for us in the map of Miramar. We are quite aware Miramar is completely the map of ridges, and we get to see the rotation takes in a very slower pace rather than compared to the wrangle or in the other compared maps. But the main thing is that the teams, those who are being too able and predict the zone, it's gonna be their game. But moving on to the flight path, completely favoring. The last match we have got the complete northeastern side favoring flight path, but this time it's completely northwestern side favoring flight path we are actually getting, starting from the Ladril era, ending in the Toria Humada. Well, if you get to see the flight path, it's not at all favoring the southern side, the Los Leones side, but after we have got this new meta, I'm definitely around 90% sure that the zone is going to come up in the southern side of the Miramar map. Well, it's gonna be really, it can be a more or a 70-30% chances, but in my opinion, at the maximum times which I have seen, the zone is actually occurring and taking place in the southern side of the map. So it's better if you make an alternative or you go for the southern side areas. If I was Agile, I would have always predicted towards the southern side one, but now we have got the teams going away from those sides. You can get to see one team is going in the trailer park. It's gonna be team numbers 8 probably. Yes, it is. Team number 8 is going there. Meanwhile, Party Girls will be going in Monte Nuevo. Valadilmar? Well, you can say Team Venix and TheFixers are going into that southern side area, which is quite a good place if you're taking the drop in that side too. If the zone comes in the Lost Journey side, it's definitely going to be a very advantage situation for these teams to get their rotation inside that particular decent areas in the southern side, and they can actually hold up the zone in a very good manner. If you get to see, but the first flight and the first blood comes exactly wherever we were not actually taking away, and that's gonna be the Hacienda area. None other than Team Seal takes away that first blood, and having their enemy, that is Team GRL, onto the little bit of seal like setback. You can get to see two of the players have been picked up, Zarina and Nix being the two players surviving from Team GRL right now. Well, we get to see Zarina having those SKS, getting some kind of shots. SKS versus SKS, no chance for Team GRL to survive. Team Seal, what a fast and a brilliant instance of starter they have already started in this Miramar. Well, not having that much of good a good fight in the previous match, but now they've got a decent start. But whoa, my prediction went in a really, the prediction went wrong. The zone came up in the western side, and it actually got the favor of maximum of the teams, those who are inside the circle, but a really small amount of teams which they have to take the rotation and get inside this compounds. Meanwhile, the Cruz del Valle area will be like in the cluster area will be forming between Team Myth and Team 7, or you might just Team 6 and Team 12. They're actually engaging. They have got one visualization. Ares has got some kind of shots towards Team 7. That's gonna be mistake out there, but the main fights to be concerned is that they have to create this angles. Cruz del Valle is quite a vast open area compound. You have got compounds, it's quite similar, but you have got more vacant places in this between this compound, so that you can be easily spotted and be taken down. So you have to be a really bit of cautious while giving any kind of your Russian or anything. But that is the thing I was talking about exactly. There are a lot of compounds. You have got buildings, you have got compounds, a lot of stuffs inside these places, but still there is enough of gaps and vacant places for you to get spotted and you to be picked up easily. But the main fight which is concerning, that Myth Ares stays with that pre-nades and probably cooking inside that area. As a team 7, they're still 4-man. It's the 4v4 fight which is actually occurring. Mana Hill, well, I guess the fallback has been made in a brilliant way while having those covers, and probably if they stay in that particular place, they're going to definitely have that much of advantage to take away those fights in their favor. Mana Hill stays exactly where she is supposed to be, and the zone is not in the favor of these teams. PN Crew, UP50, we get then we get to see AR 51. They had a brilliant match in the last, but they choked in the very last crucial moment where team UP50 clinched away that winner chicken dinner. But the main priorities going into this fight is that the Hacienda area, well, it's completely inside this places. Mana Hill deals a body shot from team Myth out there, and the fallback is to be made while you have to go inside of the zone. You've got 3-minute timing in your hand. You have to complete your loot, you have to complete your securation of your vehicles, and then you have to start your rotation. Well, if you are quite far away from your flight path, it's better that you start your movement in early stages. But now if you get to see the flight path, like the zone is not that far away from Cruzel Vale or the other teams those who are outside of the zone. They are quite in a really, in a decent position. They can actually give the rotation wherever they want. Cruzel like Chumasera remains unharmed and looted, while the clusters in the Cruzel Valley are still not yet. Team Myth still into the fighting areas. Is it so? So Ashley comes up with some kind of win 94 shots. She's just looking forward to that direction just to get one connection at least to bring up the fight. So in the other hand, team number 7 Frost, that is team 6. Team number 6 is actually giving a very good flank. She's got an M4, she's got a AKM with herself, and left inside flank. Well, Frost, if she's not spotted, at least in this position, she is the trump card for team number 6 right now. She's got a brilliant position coming up. Ares, Fifi is coming actually in the open areas. She gets spotted. The position of Fifi is actually compromised, and I don't think Fifi wants to be eliminated. Frost she has spotted her enemy right now, and it's better to go for a much more left hand side flank. It could have been a great trump card if the openings had been created by Frost, but nevertheless, I guess it's a decision to go for the rotational places, but the fights are still not down at all. Mana Hill comes into the fighting areas. M4, she's actually having shots have been registered. In the other hand, team Myth, we get Fifi, Ashley going inside those areas. They're trying to get a closer view towards those fire building, but is it a good decision we are actually looking forward? Or it's better you just move on with the zone and go for your rotation, while we get to see that team Myth is actually having that much advantage. If you get to see team number 6, they are in the backside of the Cruzel Valley, while team Myth has got that much of advantages to just look after the vehicles they have got right in front of them, and they can actually just focus on the vehicles and the rotation, and they can doom team number 6 right exactly in this Crucial Valley. I don't think team number 6 is just willing to get a fallback, or if they are actually willing to take, are they going in the backyards? Yes, it is, I guess. So the Mana Hill is going for some backyard scouting of vehicles. I might just say that she's trying to spot out some of those vehicles in her surroundings to get the rotation done. Frost and Mana Hill taking that complete ADS from the left hand side. They are having scopes, I guess, so it might turn out to be great right hand side flank to take down team Myth out of this Crucial Valley areas. But let's see what awaits from Frost out there, and I don't think she wants to get spotted. Mystic is giving those info about those places, but Frost is in such a place that I guess she has spotted Ying out there. Ying, let's just check it out in Ying's POV, isn't it? Looking forward to Ying. She's unaware and she's just securing those vehicles, which is very much in a need, and probably going out for the rotational places. It's much more, very smart decision to move out right now, because you have not got enough time. She have secured that vehicle, she's got that height advantage, and what you need more in this fight right now. So in the other ends, the rotations are being taken place. Team Seal has got their rotation right exactly where it is supposed to be. In the other ends, Team 20 we move on to themselves. They're quite close to Party Girls, while Winter and I guess Violet and Yasumi will be in a very close encounters. I might just say that Winter has spotted her enemies, which are just right in front of her, just behind those ridges, probably taking those safer sides. It's gonna be really tough. Violet goes in that area as well. Violet has got a pickup truck. Well, I don't think she wants to get spotted, but the shots from Team 20 have been registered. Violet has to be in a really cautious mood, just not to get away and take away those trades, while I guess Team Iron are charging towards Violet right now. And I don't think Team Party Girls is in a really bad mood to lose one of their comrades, but the need comes arise. Violet is in a really low HP, might just have to get the fallbacks. Violet just turning out and turning down towards those ridges, while Team INF are still willing to take away her at any cost, while the vehicle has been completely exploded and no vehicle covers are left for Violet. But she has got a brilliant fallback. If you get to see, she has got some backends for herself. And in the other ends, we get that Team Party Girls Violet taking a fallback with the covers, while team number 7, whoa, that was the thing we're exactly talking about. Team 7 not willing to take away this one. In that way, they have got one down. Frost is in a very low HP, not having that much healings. The bandages will be the one seeking themselves, but there you go. Frost has been spotted and will be knocked out. This is not turning out for good for Team 7 out there. They have got one flank. Team 12 has also got another flank. Ying has been completed. Ashley has been picked up. Aries the one giving those revivals. Well, if you have got a plan for the opponent, then there's definitely a chance that opponent has also got some kind of anti plan, or you might just say counter attack plan, just to counter your much of the plans and execute in that against yourself. But in the other hand, so we get team number 19 engaging, that is Team Z3us versus Team EST. Right on the flights, Lai comes with the right side flank. One in the 1 minute situation, might be getting those hands. M4 1 minute situation, might just get them picked up. He gets one down, another one charging into this direction, might just get another knock. But M2 4 versus M4, well, we have seen many times that M4 getting the top hand, but now this time it's all down to Ruby, and I don't think it's gonna be that much easily done, because smokes are getting created right away, and these are to be done in a really fast way, as we get to see Team EST not in a really good state. And I guess Team EST Ruby, she's not in a very good HP. Smokes are getting created, but the main thing bothering is that how long can you survive? Well, the others being those baits to reveal the position only came up on the top just to get those information from where the players are just rushing towards and where the players are just waiting for you to come up. Meanwhile, Ruby, she has to take an ADS if she wants to take some fallback. It's that moment. She's got a buggy right with herself. Oh, it's gonna be a tough moment for herself. The shots are being registered. The zigzag movement is very much needed. Straight movements might cost themselves down, and there you go. The buggy has been exploded, but I don't think Ruby will be surviving for so long, as team number 14, Team Z3us, won't be wasting a single time to waste in this place. Suni and the other hands, are they going for the aggressive approach? I don't think they are having any kind of vehicles for themselves, and Ruby, well, she's not in a good state. You get to see, So Team EST has to give those rotation. Ruby is really when he's just trying to close into the situation. Okay. Internet is fluctuating, guys, a little bit. If you're getting any kind of But the main thing is that 16 teams remaining, 57 players are still alive, while Party Girls are getting some of the openings which they should not have, at least in this stage, while Gamgi deals a good amount of damage, got those first stages up for herself. Party Girls exactly in the front line areas, not want to just break out this once. They have got split. UP50 cannot get AR51, again another fight, taking up team UP50 versus AR51 into this fighting area. Sky not having those vehicles for herself, will be trying to safeguard themselves, as well as she has spotted the exact positioning. Well, I guess some smoke covers will be enough for to get those covers. Some good amount of damage has been dealt over. Water spray turning out for Kanath out there. A good amount of spray, good amount of damage have been dealt. Kanath will be taking those Mirados, safeguarding themselves and just giving the rotation. Well, I guess it's gonna be a good decision, but the Mirado has dealt a really quite a long amount of damage. Well, Kanath also deals a really a good damage to get knocked out, but Mirado stays in really decent way. While we get to see team UP50 quite in the safe position and out of the hands of team AR51, will be focusing on their rotation, while we get to see that Esme is taking those rivals from Vanilla and Party Girls, well, still in a proper way. And where is this small Godzilla? Hi fella, how's it going, buddy? Meanwhile, we get to see the rotations are being done. Team Party Girls still not got any kind of kill points, but there you go. Esma has been picked up, and the rush in from INF comes in the way. But no, Vanilla gets one down. Vanilla gets spotted from both of the sides, and it's nothing she can actually do. And the work is just left over for Violet as well as Winter right now. Every possible thing depending on these two players for Party Girls. The initial knockouts actually costed Party Girls into this stage. Well, you don't want your team to be in such a state that you cannot compromise right now. If they are so clever, they can surely take away Winter down by this one. But a 1v1 situation comes up, we might just get one down with the AKM suppressor. It's not a good gun combination, you might just say, for at least in a close range, because it reduces your fire rate by a little, I guess so, because or you might just say it increases your hip fire. Not decreases, it increases your hip fire, as well as might be just slow down your fire rate. In my opinion, not to use AKM suppressor, it might be a good decision as well. Personal experience, I'm just saying it apart. But meanwhile, team INF comes up into the fighting areas. Another team 16 it is. Empress on the front line. They're having team UP15 down the range. 4 players from UP50 exactly waiting. And another has we get team W4 into the fighting areas. This might be spotted. Empress has been picked up. Yumi's brilliant Mini 14 comes up and gets the opening which they're actually seeking for, but the vehicles have to be created down by Yumi. The vehicle is not in a really good state, and I guess they have to leave this one at this place only, because the other sprays and the stuffs have to be coming up, while Kuro, she's in the open areas. Spotting Yumi down, might not be getting those openings, cannot leave these places, but Yumi stays exactly where she was, or she was not belonging to that position, but we can't just do anything with that. Meanwhile, Kanath gets a brilliant left inside flank, and I guess she can spot it out that team W4 is exactly on the top. There's another team, but W4 are mainly concerned. No, it's not. They have got one down there. Random shots are being taken by team UP50. Need will be pinned up by IC, but Yumi gets that one shot down. Kainath's position is still revealed, and she have to change it up in a very fast procedure. Meanwhile, team W4 don't want to get any kind of more casualties. Kainath will be the one just starting to go with those openings. Kuro barely surviving. Mossy will be getting some of the needs exactly on the pinpoint places, but it is not giving any kind of damages at all. Some frontline frags will be needed. Kuro being that one, just to give those main frag outs for herself and her team is the main concern for team 16 right now. Some random shots are being taken inside the smoky areas just to block the site it was, but they're actually coming in the open areas. Well, Mossy and Musi, Mo and Mo, wow, it's quite a confusing name, you know, but Milk Tea has been picked up. Kuro gets a close in quite enough to take away team W4 without knowing her position as well. I don't think they have got those gun sounds, but Kuro, she's just marching towards that 1v1 situation. It's not gonna be ending up in such a way we won't expect it to be. Kuro barely surviving. Need is gonna picked up. ANC in a backyards area. Team W4 is in a need of a really big of a help. Kuro is dealing every possible needs, every possible stuff it is possible. UP50 Kainat in the backyard areas, IC remaining on the top rails, and we get to say that Kuro might just get some of those close encounter fights. We get to see Mossy staying in this backyards. Mossy will be getting, AMC will be getting one down. Bebiko will be knocked out at that places, and probably the openings which we are not seeking for is getting into the action areas, while Kuro will be might just get another knock, and there is a closing counter. 2 knocks has been registered. Team W4 not in a good sign right now. Team INF can just close it out and finish the things up for Team W4, but no, I don't think they're gonna push it right now. The revivals will be done on the top priority basis, while one will be giving those cover outs, another will be taking every possible revivals as much as possible, and probably let's move on to Team UP50. What are they planning to do right now? I guess they don't want to go for the rotation. The zone comes in the Monte Nuevo completely in the western side, southwestern side, favoring the zone. Monte Nuevo will be in a really good state as well, but the fights are still not gonna end up in this way. Team W4 let's move it on to themselves as well. We get to see that Musi stays exactly where she's supposed to be. Quite a damage has been dealt, and the Team INF is not in a really good position. Empress is running out of healings. Bebiko has been completed out. Kuro is, I guess she's having 3 first aids and quite a decent healings for themselves, but Milk Tea and Empress, these two are running out of healings, and I guess Empress is not having helmet. She's not having any kind of helmet either this ways, but the rotations from the other teams are taking place right ways. Team Seal, those who have got a golden Mirato with themselves, are definitely looking forward to march towards this fighting. Yes, meanwhile GH Moon gets spotted and will be getting a good amount of damage. Indeed, in the front line areas, we get to see that the PRG trying to get a closer areas. Needs will be picked up. Some needs will be going exactly in the direction which we are actually seeking for. Well, the damages have been dealt. The PRG's 1 need can bring up 1 opening for against Team Seal, and we might just get team number 8 can just go for the forward push, and their teammates are quite in a really distance way. Well, Team Seal, are they ready to move on? While IG Baby and the company marching towards team number 8. PRG gets Seal, IG man down. Want to confirm her, and there you go. The confirmation has been dealt, and the damages Team Seal are getting doomed in this position. They don't want to come up, but there you go. PRG has been picked up by Mido out there. Well, brilliant performance by the Fragnates, you know. Getting onto the left hand side, you're getting a pretty decent shots from a really far away position. It's none other than it's gonna be Team Fixers coming under the front line. In the front line, well, in the back ends you also get that team number 8 is not gonna back off, at least in this position. So you get to see Team 17 exactly just going forward, marching towards this fight. Team number 8 stays where they are right now. Another Nexil Midu has been picked up. The front line frags and the nades which were needed. Team number 8 marching. PRG ABX PRG will be marching. It's gonna be a 1-minute situation for herself right now. They just want to go a forward one. Can they just go? No, it's not. The 1 opening has been dealt. Yumi stays on the front line. 1-1 situation. She might just get 1 now. She gets 1 down there. Another. Is it possible? No. She gets 2 down. 1 another for the 1v3 for herself. M762 40 bullet loaded into the smoky areas. Yumi on the verge of taking that 1v3. Finishing off the stars. Another this has been okay. M762 is getting reloaded into the smoky area. 1v3 comes up. Yumi comes up with not a 1v3, it's a 1v4 to Team Seal, and makes them take an exit in the 16th position. Team number 8 will be moving forward with 4 decent kill points, and the zone is not in the favor of them, while they have to move on to the Monte Nuevo, while Party Girls looks quite in a very bad disaster, while it remains in the last man surviving, or last player surviving from Team Party Girls. While we get to see that single footstep can cost a whole entire match, and there you get to say that team number 7 just stays into this direction, and I guess Violet has to be in a really patient mood, because she is a lone survivor just surviving inside the containers, and probably it's better you don't give a single foot to your opponents, those who are hungry for getting those skill points. Well, team number 20, team UP50, team Fixers, team Sis, they have already given their rotation, but looking forward to team Sis, they're going to give it direct slam, and team UP50 will be getting kind of as picked up directly confirming herself, but Rose is the single player surviving from team Sis right there. Another player might be just getting eliminated, and team UP50 were not in a mood to back off in this any kind of fights, but they have lost one of their top fraggers. Is going to be Kanat, who gets eliminated, and the complete finish of it has been done by team Sis out there direct slamming, but it turned out to be in a disaster moment indeed. But now what we are actually waiting, team number 20 INF, they are just waiting. Berlin has been picked up. Team Fixes exactly on the pinpoints, might be just getting the strike outs. Zainra deals a good amount of damage, but is it enough for herself to stay into this position right now? Well, you get to see R51 might some of the fights have been registered. Choice on the front line might be getting those retaliation, and there you go. Team INF Gamgi will be getting Joyce down there, and the wedge. Like, what are you actually waiting for? This is the thing, that you cannot get those trades while you giving those sprays with the car sprays, and you get that retaliation. One knocks, and team AR51 onto the higher ridges might just get those openings which were actually indeed required. They have got the higher advantage, but from the back we have got the team PN crew, not to mention PN crew 4-man standing. Not to give any kind of vehicle sounds will be a greater decision, but they have got the direct slam in, might be just going for the off guard position, and it is going to be disaster for Nami as well. The knockouts will be getting dealt into Dawn. Very surviving the very low. We just want to survive on the upper hills as well. Team number 11, they don't want to miss this fight, and though they don't want Ishika in a very low upper areas, might be getting shots from behind the places as well, but it has to be in a proper way, and we get to see that PN crew has got the upper advantage. No, it's not. The team number 11 Ishika onto the upper hands. Team PN crew completely split it up. Honey B have got that MP fire, but gets down by that UMP. Ishika in a low HP, but she has got that higher ground advantage. She might just utilize it in a very proper way, but she comes up and might just get one knock. She's in a very low HP, might just get one knock. No, it's not. Cat Cherry Bomb, like, she becomes the last person to survive from team number 11, and might just get another knock. Yes, she gets one knock. She turns out with that AKM. Can she be the game changer? Can she wipe out team PNQ out of the game? And these two players from team PNQ, are they going to charge in? Well, whoa! Oh! AR51 Cherry Bomb comes up with a brilliant 1v4 Team PN crew wipes out them exactly on the pinpoint which we are actually seeking for. In another direction, Team Zeus are also not stopping, but what is it turning out to be? The game of clutches? It's not the game of Miramar, it's actually turning out for the game of clutches. We have seen one clutch against Team Seal. It's now PN crew. In the starting, we have got Team Seal into the action. And what you more need in this complete Miramar match to get into this fighting area, Zeus have already wiped out. A total of 5 kill points have been registered by themselves, while having those upper ground advantage. That is Team PRG. Well, you cannot actually underestimate them. At least W4 are getting engagements. They are getting wiped out. Team Zeus exactly on the pinpoint. PRG, TRB, AB basically is just surviving. Yumi, Mars, and AB. I just get that Yumi becomes the top fragger. 5 finishes, 5 kill points alone for herself. Might just get fought down, but Yumi gets that retaliation. Have been picked up very easily. Might be just getting this confirmation. He needs a random shot. Might just go in that direction, but Yumi's kill has been secured. Mars, she's got a M416. Needs will be pinned up. Exactly, pinpoint needs will be very much needed. It might just get a good connection in there, and it might just go. It deals a good amount of damage, but Belsoming in the very low. It's been another toss need. Oh, complete spam, complete smap. It should be there, and it should be the one which we're actually seeking for. M4 it is. So Belsoming in the very low. Is it going to be that? Mars takes away that down, and completely will be confirmed indeed. And getting the final touches. Team Zeus takes an exit. PRG remains in the circle, but this is gonna be a disaster for them because the zone is already on the march towards that side. And Team W4 last surviving gets one down. It's not gets one down, but Team W4 gets an elimination. Team Fixer stays alive with almost, I guess, a 3 player standing. Well, now they've got 4 players standing. 5 kills have been registered. Total of 9 teams remaining, 21 players are alive, and the main thing which is turning out is that AR-51 Cherry Bomb, the last player, no it's not, AR-51, 2 of the players surviving, but they have that higher ground advantage which one player with the great spray can just utilize it. Or you might just go down from the right hand side, but in the right hand side it's none other than Team VNX will be waiting for you into the underages, so you come down and you give us those points. While Team VNX have to go away at least in this position to just get away those position, to get inside the zone and get a good area for themselves. Team VNX Mel has been picked up, and I don't think she's getting any kind of revivals. In the other hand, Team UP50, they are seeking for some kind of chances to get inside that mountain whoever places, while the zone is completely favoring, while Team Myth Ashley, one solo survivor, getting every possible zone advantage she can actually in this direction. Ashley stays in that cemetery. Mars gets eliminated by this play zone. No chances for them. Even also Milk Tea gets a close in with the M762, getting Team Fixers coming right in front of them. Might just get one down. Number, but the trade comes exactly on the pinpoint and wipes out Milk Tea out of this game, while the other players are still searching for that moment. Empress might just turn up with a good pre-nade. Well, she's cooking it right, and it might just get the connection which we are actually seeking out, but no, it's not. The need came up, but it did not made any kind of connection. Team UP50 Nikki gets a direct slam in towards this direction, having those M416, getting a direct slam, and Team Fixers, they have to do out with something good. Look out, but gets those retaliation. Joyce has been picked up. Nikki has to bring some kind of openings, but the retaliation has been done. Blink and Yumi has been picked up. Another nade, can it be done? A really low HP surviving game. M4 on the other hand, a very low HP surviving, and Nikki, no! Team Fixers, this is the one holding the zone exactly how it is supposed to be. Taffy with the 5 solo finishes, solo kill points. Joy, she's bleeding out in a really quite fast, and Taffy will be giving those, I guess it's gonna be Xandra giving those revivals, but in the other hand we get to see Team EST Ruby surviving. She has got Team AR-51 right in front of her, and if these two comes exactly in the main direction which she's seeking out, then it's definitely going to mark the end of Team AR-51 if they choke out and they're not aware of the position of Ruby right now. Well, definitely I don't think the position of Ruby is already compromised, so more or less we get to see that Team EST might have a turn to come and turn up the game. So while Team 7 total of 3 kill points, one player, there's a one casualty coming from themselves as well as the zone. Well, this looks quite interesting, isn't it? Team number 19 exactly on the pinpoint areas. Team number 6 into this fighting areas. Fire building it is turning out. In the other directions, these 3 teams are taking this fight into really an interesting part which we are actually expecting to be coming up. The fights are still on, and the fights. Fixes is there. Backends has been taken up by Team number 16. Fixes Joy's needs, some kind of jump needs are being utilized. Kuro comes over the left hand side flank, might be having some kind of advantages for herself, while Empress, what is she doing? She's going exactly straight up in front of the zone because there's no options left. This is a 7 zone, and Fixes Tally spots them out, and it's gonna be really tough for INF to just make it out because the zone is exactly coming on the pinpoint areas, and they just survived it. Anyhow survive it, but the zone is still yet to come and arrive, and I guess Team INF can actually have those easy rotation inside the zone. And the other places, Team AR-51 still holding that place. Ruby barely surviving in the smoke, under the smoke, not to get spotted, not to get mentioned. Team Myth, well, where is Ashley? Out there. Ashley is surviving with good amount of covers. 6 teams, 12 players still remaining. 8th zone, 50 seconds for the dead zone to arrive, and this zone, it's not gonna turn up in a really good manner. Team Fixers still surviving. Xandra might be just going for those low-toss smokes or something. Whoa, wait, what? There was a complete vehicle explosion. A single team was got eliminated while giving that rotation. Well, it's quite an impressive stuff's coming, but Team Fixers not in a good position at all. Empress gets BNX Hanzo down there, and that is the thing they were actually seeking for Empress. She has got a brilliant gunfight, isn't it? AR-51, 1 down, and for themselves, Cherry Bomb barely surviving and giving those revivals to Honeybee, and the other revival has been completed. final zone. Disasters on the way. Any of them can get eliminated at this stage. Team 7 having that central place, and if not to mention, if one of the players of Team 7 just stays on the top of that building, then it's gonna be definitely coming up in the favor of Team 7. In the other hand, Team Fixer stays exactly when the pinpoint is supposed to be missed. He gets one down, and that was the opening they were actually requiring. Team INF gets eliminated, and 5 teams remaining, 10 players are alive, and with that, the fights are still on. AR-51 Betty surviving, last player probably surviving, that is Honeybee with that M249 and Cherry Bomb in another direction. Is it so? Cherry Bomb, where are you now? Well, Cherry Bomb has got that upper area. She managed to come upstairs, and she has got a pretty decent angle to hold herself up, and Honeybee in the front line, but Honeybee will be picked up easily without any kind of casualty. And to be honest, Cherry Bomb can actually make some kind of difference. On the other hand, Zendra gets close into the fire buildings. The smokes will be getting created inside the bottom areas. The smokes might be just a casualty, or it might just go for an away. But Zendra, are you not aware you're spotted from the upper side, and it's gonna be an easy pick for yourself to find yourself in a crate, you know? Team Fixers not in a good position. Another knock on Mana Hill will be getting picked up, and that was the opening. Team Fixers were actually seeking for some kind of nades exactly on the pinpoint. These nades are going to be a disaster for Team 7 to hold up. Another nade. Cherry Bomb gets one down. Cherry Bomb, can she make it to the winner chicken? And what she was not able to do in the last match, can it turn out to be Team AR-51's game? It's gonna be a solo 1v4 or 1v3. Team Fixer still surviving, and the one drop shot. Cherry Bomb, she's in a really pain right now, and there you go. Joyce might be jumping in. One shot. Is it a Joy? No, yes it is. AR-51 takes away an exit in third position, but what a game by Cherry Bomb. 7 solo kill points right there. But Fixers and Team 7, it's now down to a 3v2 scenario, while Team Fixer stays on the top. It might turn out to be for a heal battle, and well, I guess some more seconds to go for the zone to arrive and to finish things off. The dead zone, quite awaited. 5 first aids and Mana Hill. Let's see for Joyce how much first aid she's having right now. Well, 4 first aids, not enough. Taffy on to look out for some kind of openings, but dealing a good amount of damage. Taffy, I don't want you to die like this. Not at this point, because it's completely a battle of healings. And looking forward to Team 7, no first aids for Mana Hill. Mystic, no first aids. Blitz, let's see for Blitz, no first aids. Well, it should turn out to be the game for Team Fixers, because if they go for the heal battle, it's definitely going to be the game for Team Fixers. There's no doubt that Fixers can lose this match, but if they lose, it's gonna be a disaster. It will be quite unexpected. Joyce having 4 first aids, 6 first aids. Taffy also 6 first aids. Well, it's better you give Joyce at least 2 more first aids for at least to heal, to do the heal battle, which is actually very much needed. But Mana Hill comes on the top having those 9 first aids. Joyce, she's ready to take away that heal battle for herself. Stappy being the one who wants to guard her teammate so that the fight just remains as it is planned. Taffy remains exactly where she's supposed to be. 5 kill points have been registered, and right now we get to say that she's going for some kind of openings. Needs won't be there for Team 7. Is running out of any kind of sudden. The 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and there you go. The heal battle comes up, and the dead zone arrives exactly on the pinpoint position, and with that, and I don't think it's gonna be that much. And Joyce exactly surviving in every possible healing she's having right now, jumping out of that position, nowhere to run. First aids will be popped out, and the final shots, and the final 1 down, 2 down, 3 down, and Team Fixers takes away that winner chicken dinner without even touching a single fan. First aid, Team Fixers with almost 11 kill points. A brilliant game turning out to be the end. 5 kill points for Team 7. Team AR-51 with 7 kills, and that too for Cherry Bomb. Beautiful clutches, beautiful moments to be recorded. And with that, the day ends with this match, and this is NEKROZ signing off from this match and for the stream. Hope you guys like my casting. If you like my casting, make sure to follow me on my Instagram. The link isn't provided in the description. And if you've not liked the stream, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And we will meet again another day, another time. So till then, see ya, bye bye. Stay safe, stay indoors. Peace out.
Something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic, believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.